From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
All right, time once again for another edition of The Horse's Mouth. I'm Tom McManus. We're here at Tommy Mac's Bar. Hope you had a great week out there, Jacksonville. Your Jacksonville Jaguars got it done on the road against the New York Giants, and everyone thought they're going to go up there and win by 2 touchdowns, all this stuff. I was like, no. It's the first game. All you got to do is win. They come out of there with a victory. They're 1-0, only undefeated team in the AFC South. Looking forward to the New England Patriots this weekend. It's going to be a tough battle, but our guys are up for the test. Got a great show lined up for you today. Jason Babbitt, former NFL great, former Jaguar, the art of pass rushing. I've always been fascinated by pass rushers. He was one of the great ones. He joins me at the bar. And we've got a couple guys from Warehouse 31, which is this huge haunted house on Beach Boulevard for all your Halloween scares. Stay tuned. 2 of their characters join us all this week on The Horse's Mouth right here on Buzz TV. Proud to introduce my title sponsor for The Horse's Mouth. It's Ewing Real Estate, a great group of people who can help you with any commercial real estate project out there. Whether you're developing land, you're building an office or an apartment complex, or you need some help with financing, we can assist you. Give us a call at 354-5573 or visit us online at allenewing.com.
Gross to join us at Oktoberfest Jacksonville, October 12th and 13th at Anheuser-Busch Brewery. The best band, the Wunderbar Band, will be there. We have 2 days, 20 bands, all sorts of fun entertainment for the entire family. Oktoberfestjacksonville.com. Gross.
Right, Sufa, Ziggy Saki, Ziggy Saki, hi, 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 Ziggy Saki, Ziggy Saki, hi, 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 Prost.
All right, welcome back to The Horse's Mouth here at Tommy Mac's. As promised, former NFL veteran, former Jaguar, a guy that made his name rushing the QB and doing great on defense. Jason Babbitt joining me here at Tommy Mac's. Jason, great to have you, buddy.
Appreciate you having me on.
Hey, man, before we get into your career and all that, you played here for a year, 2 years, went away, right?
Year some change,
yeah. Went away, but now you're back, and this is your home. Why Jacksonville?
You know, obviously the weather, the beach, everyone, those are the things that, the tangible things. But what we realized living here, it was the community, it was the people.
Yeah.
My wife and I are both from small towns. And, we live out towards, the beach area. And you just have this vibe of community of people, of just good people all on the same page, with kids and want to live their life the, similar way. So
yeah, it's just nice people, right, that want to raise their family in a good environment. No question about it. All right, small town. You said it, from Michigan. You go to Western Michigan.
Yep.
You're a first-round draft pick of the Houston Texans. Talk about how was that for you, going from being in a school like Western Michigan, which is a great school, but not a big-time powerhouse. Neither is Boston College, for the record. But then you become a first-round pick. Talk about that whole journey and everything that went with it.
It was one of those things where it was just, it happened so fast where it was in the moment. But looking back, you're like, man, wow, because as being in a small town, my goal was I wanted to go to a big city. I had a lot of things, that I wanted to accomplish, and obviously, the football was my vehicle, and in the moment, it was just like it's everyone's around you, like, all right, you don't realize what a big deal it is until you're kind of removed from a situation. Like now, I realize what a big deal it was. Right. But at the moment, it was just, well, this is what I do. This is just what how I spend my time.
Were you always a pass rusher? And I know you're a complete DN, but pass rushing
here's the thing.
Is exciting.
I always played middle linebacker.
Oh, really?
Like up until my first year at Western, and we had some all-pro senior, guys that are studs. Okay. Now they were, all-American, I should say. And the coach was like, "Listen, you're probably not going to see the field on these guys." Okay. And he's like, "I want to move you defensive end," and I'm like, "Man, I was bummed." Right. Absolutely bummed. And then the first game against Wisconsin, the starting defensive end got hurt. I said, "All right, you're in." And that was that.
That was it.
Yeah.
What makes a defensive end rushing the passer successful? What's the number one ingredient?
So I think there's 2 components, and I like to watch tape, and I've watched tape with guys at the front office before lots of times about this guy can rush the passer. It's 2 things. It's that motor that they have, because it's something you have inside you, just burning deep, and then it's the ability to bend. And everyone says, "Well, what do you mean the bend?" I said, "Listen, if you when you see it, you know it. If you don't know what it is, it's hard to explain it. But the way you can bend and contort and just get there, and make it happen."
Without missing a beat in movement, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's bending, but it's bending without changing your speed.
The toes
Full
point, the
speed
hips bend, the arm,
Yeah.
it all comes together. And you can watch guys rush the passer and you're like, yep, he's got it.
It's fascinating to me. You look at, and it's probably a lot of positions, but you look at the defensive end, you can go from, a Dwight Freeney, 6'1", 240, to a Reggie White, 6'5", 300. You were 6'3", 270, all big guys, you know what I mean? But a variation. Freeney had that crazy speed. He could do the spin move. Reggie, throw you a mile, whatever. He was fast too. And you were speed and power. You had a combination of both. But I always found that fascinating, that defensive ends really come in all shapes and sizes.
Yeah, I mean, it really comes down to, well, you have to be quick, you have to be explosive.
Right.
But you have to have those intangible things that just, it's not, and those things are not something you can really teach. So you have those, we can make them better, we can refine them, but you either have that or you don't.
I loved playing middle backer. It was a great position. I loved it. I wouldn't trade it for the world. Number 2 would be rushing the passer. That I always watch. Whenever I'm at a game, I'm watching that matchup. Either left end, right end, left tackle, right tackle. It's one-on-one. It's so fascinating to me. The setups, the moves, the speed, the power. I mean, it's got to be just phenomenal to be able to rush a passer
I think
win.
People don't realize too what goes into that. I mean, it's a chess game. It's a game within a game.
Yep.
All week both guys are watching. The tackle's watching the end's watching tape. What does he do? Well, his knee moves first. Well, I know on pass he shifts his weight back a little bit. And quick set when he's gonna cut me. Like, I know when he's getting ready to spin, he widens out a little bit. There's this, and then you're like, okay, I know it's a quick pass here, so I'm just gonna set him up. I'm gonna hit him with the power because I'm not gonna get there anyways. And then you're setting him up for that move, and then you throw your heater, and you're wrong, and you're going back and forth. You're talking. There's some words being exchanged. So it's one of those things where I think to me that preparation and that game is one of the things I probably miss the most.
Was martial arts part of your training for
I did a lot of hand-to-hand combat
stuff.
And then I think 2010 I introduced yoga into my just for the flexibility, and I still do yoga today.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I walk in, if I'm traveling or from on vacation, we slide and do some yoga, and I walk in and they look at me like, what's this guy doing here? And all of a sudden I start doing yoga, and like, oh, you've done this before.
Oh, he's an athlete. Wow. What do you
exactly.
know? Well, you're still in great shape. Obviously, you still work out, and that's a big part of what you do.
Yeah, I mean, I think working out is not something you should ever give up on. I mean, because it's what keeps your mind right and keeps everything starting. Because if you're not in shape, your body's not running the way it should be physically, how can you ask it to perform mentally?
It's interesting you say that. I often think lifting and just working out in general really brings you mental toughness, because there are times you don't want to do it. You don't want to do that extra heavy set or that extra run or that extra sprint, but you do it because that little voice inside your head says do it, and you go and do it. But it does create that mental and emotional toughness, I think.
Yeah, I think it's one of the things I think in our society too that's overlooked, the physical fitness. Because everyone's like, oh, we don't have time for gym class in schools anymore. But I'm like, listen, I think we need to make time, because
no doubt,
being healthy physically ties into emotionally.
Yeah, no doubt about it. All right, we'll come back with you. We'll talk about the Jags D-line. We'll talk about Red Zone Realty, your business, and everything that you're doing in the community. More to come right here with Jason Babin on the Horse's Mouth. We're at Tommy Max, and we're on Buzz TV. The Horse's Mouth, also brought to you by Stellar. Taking solutions further. Check them out online at stellar.net.
What makes the Tom Busch family dealership so special?
It's because we treat our customers like family.
With you and with Tom Busch, we just felt an instant connection, and we knew that they were really, truly caring about our family and making sure we had the right vehicle.
We had a lot of fun.
We did.
Picking it out, getting the right one for you.
He hooked my kids up with some Volkswagen swag, and we enjoyed the whole experience.
We invite you to join our growing family.
Visit one of our 7 locations today and experience the Tom Busch difference.
All right, welcome back to the Horse's Mouth. Hanging here with Jason Babin, former NFL defensive end and Jaguar. Jason, favorite move that you had in the repertoire, man? Was it a dip outside in that bend? Was it a spin? Getting them under the chin and getting them back on their heels? What was the best?
I think that my favorite move, not maybe the move I used the most, was going to power.
Okay.
Everyone worried about my speed and ability to cut the corner and lean, get low, and they're like, I gotta kick out there, and I'd see it. I'd see that panic. And I see that happen, and all of a sudden, okay, it's a changeup. 1, 2, power. And all of a sudden, they'd be, they'd catch them not on their feet on the ground, and I'd, take some guy I'm giving away 100 pounds to, and all of a sudden he'd be on his back, and I'd be on the quarterback, and that's just one of those things where it's kind of part of the mental, you're mentally, you're like, oh, he just
bigger they are the harder they fall.
You see the head drop, you're like, oh, and you're like, yes, I got him.
That's right. That's fantastic. When you think of the pass rushers on the Jags, what comes to mind? And Ngakwe's obviously got natural talent. Fowler's got some talent. He's got to work on his technique. But how do you view the defense? And throwing Calais in there as well. How do you view him as
I like how the Jags use him. I mean, you see Calais sometimes at ends.
Yep.
You have different packages. You see guys in different positions. And the thing I like about the way they're using everyone's, because they all rush passes are a little different. And I like how they're, from game to game, week to week, they're matching them up against what's going to do the best. It's like, because we used to always say every week we'd pick out our pigeon. We'd find the worst offensive lineman.
You call them a pigeon?
Pigeon.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, well, we use a different word, but. Okay. Let's go with
Pigeon's
pigeon for
fine.
now.
Pigeon's fine.
Right? That would be the guy that we'd run our games on, that we'd pick on, that we would, during kick block or field goal extra point, that we would, we'd have a play just to beat him, basically. Attack him, even though we weren't going for the block.
Right.
He'd be the guy we'd just wear out all game and expose.
Kind of like we saw with the Giants this past weekend. Eric Flowers, he didn't know what to do with Calais early on.
Yeah, I mean,
that was tough.
Well, why not put someone like Calais on him?
No doubt, right.
Expose it and make the matchup in our favor. It's just good coaching.
What do you think about Ngakwe? He just seems like he seems a little, I mean, I don't want to compare your games to each other, but he's a guy that's got a lot of speed, can get around the edge. Stronger than most people think. And
you know what I like about him is when you take angles, and you're a defensive guy, so you understand this. When you take angles to pursue the runner or the guy caught the ball or whatever the play is, it's not something it's not something that comes natural. But it seemed for him like he just also you'll see him come out of where he's going this way, he'll go right to the proper angle. The angles he takes to the ball, I think it's just really, really nice because it just saves time. I'm going to get there and I'm getting there. Like you can see, it's a mindset.
Back to the bend and the contortion. You ever see like pictures of yourself back when you're playing, or pictures of guys in that? They always get you when you're like bent down. I can't even do it, but you're bent down. You're low to the ground. You're almost right there. I mean, you're pushing off your toes. Your calves are flexed. Everything's like going. I mean, it's amazing that your body's still together.
Knock on wood.
Yeah.
I only had one minor surgery in the offseason. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
You feel good?
I feel pretty good.
No problems?
Yeah. I mean, maybe about 15 plays left in me.
How would you feel today about it? That's right. I got 0. I used to think like that, but not anymore. Speaking of all these rules, what do you think about all this protection of the quarterback? I mean, they're taking the joy out of sacking the QB, Chase.
My last few years, I definitely felt little fish out of water.
Yeah.
It's like I grew up in a certain way and how I played and how we were supposed to play and what it meant, and it's evolving. Yeah. And I was not. So my fine tally would, as later in my career kept ticking up and up and up.
Right.
But those are the rules, so you have to play by them or have to pay a penalty.
I can understand the helmet to the face. Okay, that I don't have a problem with that. But the new rule where you can't pick the QB up and drive him into the ground. I mean, that's part of the game. And people out there may say, no, it's a little rough, Tom, but it's part of the game. And look, you're not trying to take the guy's career away, but you are trying to knock him out of the game for the day. Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's what football's about when you're talking about quarterbacks and defensive ends.
Well, I think the thing that, that drives it is it's monetary. Most things you can really resort them back to monetary, and they want the fantasy football. There's certain things that they want on TV, and they want certain athletes out there, so they want to protect them, their marquee names. So they're going to curtail the rules, whether they're under player safety, or not, to affect the best financial outcome. Right. I want more scores. Okay, so what can we do to help that? Well, we'll call it player safety. I mean, it's not like it. Everyone knows this. People are smart. Yeah. But the majority of people want. That's what's going to happen.
It's always for the offense, right? I mean, so the offense can score.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody wants. I mean, we like the defensive struggles.
0-0 or 6-3
or whatever, right? Yeah. They want the big plays and the big scores.
What are they going to show on ESPN if they don't show big
sacks,
plays?
Jason, and big hits.
Yeah.
That's all we need.
Yeah.
That's all we need. All right, we're going to take a time out. We come back. We're going to talk about Red Zone Realty. That's Jason's business. He's doing a great job here in the city of Jacksonville. More to come right here on the Horse's Mouth. The Horse's Mouth also brought to you by Synovus Bank, the bank of here. Check them out online at synovus.com.
This is a Clydesdale. Despite what you see in the commercials, he doesn't play football. He won't bring me a cold one, as much as I wish he would. He does not fall easily in love with his kitty cat pals, of which he has none. He's just really good at being a horse on this ranch. I run with help from my banker at Synovus, bank of here. Really, Bruce?
All right, welcome back. More here with Jason Babin. He's the owner of Red Zone Realty. Jason, were you always into real estate? I know your dad was a developer as you were growing up, so I got to imagine you were around the real estate game. And
he put me through all the ranks. Like, he used to put me on the job, made me learn how to do concrete, electrical, framing, roofing. I mean, plumbing.
No kidding.
Yeah, so
you can do all that stuff.
I can do it all.
Can you frame a house?
I could do it. It might take me a little longer nowadays than
no
it used
kidding.
to, but yeah.
Wow. Were you always an entrepreneur?
Yeah, I mean even at your early age, even then. I mean, I remember I started my first company was a sprinkler system company when I was about 16.
No kidding.
Yeah.
You know, people say, I always believe that when you're in the NFL, you're kind of an entrepreneur. You're in business for yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to make it happen, right? I mean, I think you learned some of that while you're going through the ranks of the college days in NFL, and then you bring it into business. Do you agree with that?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're kind of one man show. I mean, I know. Walking in every morning thinking, okay, let's make today my day.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. What did you learn most from sports that help you in business and life? What's the
I would say
thing?
I would say failure. You're learning how to handle it and what to do after it. You know, because everyone's going to fail. Everyone's going to do something and they're not going to succeed. Mm-hmm. I remember there was a time in my career where I kind of thought it was over. You know, it was like year 6, and I was playing outside linebacker. Just wasn't happy. I was okay. It wasn't great, and I got traded to Seattle, and I was with a guy named Patrick Kearney.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's
him. Yeah.
pro stud, and what I decided to do was I'm going to emulate Pat. I'm going to work with him, work out with him. I'm going to eat what he eats. I'm going to work out and watch tape. I'm just do what he does and really learn how to be a pro. And I remember, and that was the very next year after that year was a Pro Bowl year, or maybe 2 years after that.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, well, what happened? I'm like, well, I think I really learned what it was like to be a pro. Like I didn't really, I thought I knew what it was to be a pro.
Right.
But I mean, I could have easily just been like, well, it was a good year. It was a good 6 years. You know, hey, 6 years, that's great.
Well, you had enough talent where you could get by on talent alone for a little while, and then you figured out, well, I need to do more than just be talented, right?
Yeah, I thought I was working. I thought I was working hard. I thought I was living the true champion, life.
Yeah.
And then I realized I had more. There was more I could do.
All right, tell us about Red Zone Realty. What do you guys do? What's your
obviously we football related, the name.
Yep.
Work with a lot of the players when they come into town. We also do investments. We do property management. Something myself and Kyle Bosworth, former Jag as well. We started about a year and a half ago.
Cool.
We got a couple new offices coming online.
Okay.
And in the future, we're looking to franchise in other NFL cities.
Are you looking for more agents here in town? Or?
Absolutely. I think we're at 22 agents at our Jacksonville location.
Where can candidates maybe find you?
www.redzonerealtygroup.com.
Okay, redzonerealtygroup.com. You got that? That's fantastic stuff. Best of luck with it. Thanks for coming on, man.
Appreciate it.
Hey, I love the pass rush. I always watch the pass rush. I watch middle backer too, but it's fascinating to me. It's a fascinating position, and like anything, if it was easy, everyone would do it. That's one of the hardest things to do, I think, in football.
No, absolutely. That and corner.
Corner, yeah.
Yep.
Good to see you, buddy.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. All right, Jason Babin, thanks so much. We'll be right back here live from Tommy Max on the Horse's Mouth.
What makes the Tom Bush Family Dealership so special?
It's because we treat our customers like family.
With you and with Tom Bush, we just felt an instant connection, and we knew that they were really truly caring about our family and making sure we had the right vehicle.
We had a lot of fun.
We did.
Picking it out, getting the right one for you.
He hooked my kids up with some Volkswagen swag, and we enjoyed the whole experience.
We invite you to join our growing family.
Visit one of our 7 locations today and experience the Tom Bush difference.
I think Cub Scouting offers one of the best options for character training and for citizenship as well as leadership. I think as a busy family on the go all the time, it is so great to have a resource available to us that allows us to not only have that outlet for growth and leadership, but also to come together as a family and bond with other families seeking out the same things for their children.
Sign your child up for Scouts at beascout.org today.
All right, time once again for Up Close and Personal here at Tommy Max. Hey, Halloween's right around the corner, right? And our kids, us as adults, we like going to haunted houses. We like getting scared. Well, this is a new one for me, but man, I'm excited to have these guys. Jeremy and Lon, they are with Warehouse 31 Unleashed, getting you ready for the haunted house of all haunted houses on Beach Boulevard this Halloween season. Gentlemen, how are you?
Fantastic.
Great to have you on board.
Thank you, thank you.
Have you always been into clowns?
I grew up
being a clown.
Oh, I grew up loving clowns. I've been doing this for about 8 years now. So.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you consider it an art?
I do. A very weird.
Are you an artist?
I am an artist.
Okay.
Yep.
Definitely an artist.
Same deal?
Yep, same thing.
Do you guys practice? Do you have to practice? I mean, do you
I mean, I do the convention circuit. I do shows all year round. So I mean, that's my life is my practice basically.
Okay. But so before a game or before, we do so, we're working out, we're doing this. I mean, what do you guys do to get ready for a gig? I mean, do you practice in front of the mirror? You crank music? What do you do?
Sometimes it's music. Sometimes you just go out on the street and you just watch people and see what their reactions are, and you can take that and you can put it into your character.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. That's pretty spot on. I like to put on some like ice cream truck music, play that on full blast, and I'm good to go.
Okay. What's the scariest clown you've ever seen in your life? Who's the scariest clown of all time? Aside from you two.
Aside from us, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
Maybe the original Pennywise.
Yeah, I'm the original Pennywise. Tim Curry. Tim Curry's a beast.
Tim Curry, yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, it was scary.
Oh yeah, I love that movie.
Yeah. So you guys horror film guys?
Yes,
I mean, you like scaring people.
Oh, for sure.
You like scaring kids. I mean, in a fun way.
In a fun way. If the kids are into it, if they're not, then I keep my distance.
Okay. Scariest clown in the history of clowns. I've got him. You want to guess? Any guess? I'm from Chicago. WGN. The TV show.
Bozo?
Nope. The Wiz.
You got me there.
So the Wiz would come out, and I'm getting really personal here. The Wiz would come out moving his fingers. Remember, he'd shuffle out and he'd scare me. I'd be like 5, 6 years of age. So I'd have these nightmares that he was tickling me till I would pee in my pants. I'd end up peeing in my bed and run into my mom and dad's house. It was awful. The Wiz is one of the scariest clowns in the history of clowns, in my opinion. What do you think?
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. He's on the list. I'd put him on the list.
What can people expect at the Warehouse Unleashed 31? Other than getting the crap scared out of them.
Well, Warehouse 31 Unleashed, we've got 4 haunts on the inside, different houses, different themes. Then we have something special that you have to come for a surprise on the outside.
Really?
And we will be working outside as well to be basically your host for the evening.
Okay. How do you combat unruly participants? That got to be sometimes
it happens. Yeah.
Well, that's what we have security people that are in place, but when people try to do that, you just learn how to gauge the distance. The thing is, you can lead a person, or you can literally just play the crowd off of them, where the crowd will corner them, and then they can take care of it.
And you know the maze, right? You know the way rather than they do, right?
Yeah, we've been doing this enough. We can see somebody who's going to be at issue a mile away.
What's scarier, like jumping out at somebody, or just kind of lurking behind something?
I personally like to lurk because I got bad knees, so jumping out is a bad idea for me personally. So
you got workman's comp?
Yeah, basically, yeah. I got a nice little
get these guys some insurance. Come on.
No,
I mean, seriously.
To me, I like to go more of a creepier approach. I just like to kind of lurk in, be creepy. I have a microphone on. I like to talk to people. I give them information about the houses they're going through.
Okay.
In the creepiest, most uncomfortable way I can. So
how? What can people expect? I mean, how big is it? Big?
It's huge.
Does it take a long time to get through it,
22,000 square feet. Even with that being outside, you can expect to see me under a car or two. Yes, I will be under there. It's amazing.
Oh wow.
But
everything
is like. It's all in good fun.
Okay, when do we start? We start September 28th?
Yep.
Is that correct? Beach Boulevard?
Yep.
What's the actual address?
11262 Beach Boulevard.
All right, beautiful. Hey, clowns, great to have you on.
Great.
You're the first clowns to ever show up? Well, I don't know. We may have to check at the guest list. But you're the first real clowns that I've ever had on the show. Thanks so much. Good luck.
Appreciate it.
Good luck scaring people.
Thank you, sir.
Man, very interesting stuff. All right, more to come right here, live from Tommy Max on the Horse's Mouth right here on Buzz TV. Brought to you by
An Eagle Scout rank is equal in weight, probably to a college degree when it comes to job opportunities. I was extremely proud of putting Eagle Scout on my college application. The same is true when it comes to applying for a job. It puts you in a different category. Those that have their kids in Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts, keep them there and understand the values of the lessons that they're learning.
Sign your child up for Scouts at beascout.org today.
All right, that'll do it for us on this week's edition of The Horse's Mouth. Hey, sorry I got a little personal on that story about the Wiz, but he was really scared. I used to be scared to death of clowns, but those two guys, Jeremy and Alon, man, look out for them at Warehouse 31. Get all your Halloween scares in right there on Beach Boulevard. I want to thank Jason Babin. What a great guy. Was a great player. Did it well on the field and off. He's doing great in business here in Jacksonville. I just love the pass rush. I mean, I love middle backers, great hitting people and all that, but, man, to rush the passer, be able to kill the quarterback and knock him right into the ground, that's got to be so much fun. They got to quit taking the joy out of hurting quarterbacks in the National Football League. So that'll do it for us. I hope you have a great week. Get after it. Have some fun. Believe, create, hustle, and stay cool, Jacksonville. And be safe out there. We'll see you next time right here on The Horse's Mouth.
Hey, you all right?
I grew up in Alabama, and scouting was a big deal there. I started as a Cub Scout and went all the way through Boy Scouts and ended up earning my Eagle Scout. I'm proud to say both my boys are Eagle Scouts. Scouting was, to me, the number one thing I wanted to make sure that they did. And if you see that on a resume, it sort of checks the box that this individual is goal-oriented, strong character, strong morals. So fundamentally, I think you kind of know that you got a base to work with.
Sign your child up for Scouts at beascout.org today. Pros, to join us at Oktoberfest Jacksonville, October 12th and 13th at Anheuser-Busch Brewery. The best band, the Wunderbar Band, will be there. We have 2 days, 20 bands, all sorts of fun entertainment for the entire family. Oktoberfestjacksonville.com. Pros.
Rai, Sufa, Ziggy Saki, Ziggy Saki, hi, 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 Ziggy Saki, Ziggy Saki, hi, 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 Prost.
This program offers the opportunity for her to come up and earn one of the highest ranks should she so choose. Eagle carries with it an exceptional weight of opportunity after she turns into an adult, and nothing quite carries the rank of Eagle. I am remarkably proud of both of my children for as far as they've gone in Cub Scouting, and I know that they're going to go into Scouts BSA and beyond.
Sign your child up for Scouts at beascout.org today.
Wird mir ums Herz so wohl. Ich schau ins tiefe Tal hinab ins schöne Land Tirol. Ich seh die weißen Nebel ziehen.